welcome to another Weekends with Karthik. I am currently in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. This is actually my last weekend here, so I am heading back to Bangalore in India on Monday. So yeah, this is just my last weekend here. So we're just relaxing, doing some last minute shopping, just yeah, getting ready to get the hell out of here. So yeah, we've just come out for a walk in a park that's just next to the house. So we're just going to be walking around and hope I can show you a bit of stuff that happens in Ho Chi Minh as you walk around. So this is a pretty big park which is in the center of Ho Chi Minh City. It's pretty active, a lot of people around and a lot of activity happens around this park in the evening. So it's pretty vibrant, and you do get to see people from all walks of life just out here enjoying themselves. You have people going for a run, you have people going for a walk, you have people playing, people exercising, people eating. There's a lot of fun activity that just happens around this park. So in this stream, we're just going to walk around and hopefully I can show you some of the fun glimpses of life in Ho Chi Minh with respect to what's happening in its central park during the evening. I think the first thing I want to show you is this traffic. So we are at the edge of the park right now, and here is where you can actually get a glimpse of the traffic, of how bad, not bad, but like how hectic and insane the traffic here is. I think one thing that you would notice about Ho Chi Minh instantly is that there is a lot of two-wheelers out here. A lot of people here out here are on scooters. That is the primary mode of transport out here. So you don't see as many cars, but you see a lot of scooters out here. I'm not sure how audible I am because there is a lot of noise out here, for sure. But I hope as I start going inwards, the amount of noise increases. But yeah, this is a glimpse of what a traffic looks like. There is a football club just across, so you can see little kids playing football. But yeah, apart from that, just a quick glimpse of traffic in heading towards the park again, so you can go into a bit quieter. Here is where you see a bunch of people skating, roller skating in the park. They have made these secluded safe areas so people can practice rollerblading, skating. So you see a bunch of people out here learning and practicing skating. It's mostly kids. Here you have a shop where they can purchase the gear for doing that. These guys are playing a very interesting game where they're just punching this shuttlecock thing around. These guys are playing a similar version of that game but with a ball kind of a thing, where the idea is to keep the ball, stop the ball from touching the ground, right? That's basically the goal. have some like ramps, so for people who are interested in doing more stunts. I'm going to head back to more the inside of the park, the greener areas of the park, and I'll show you how that is like. It's a really green park, so I think that's something I love in the middle of the city. There's a lot of greenery all around. There's a lot of like fun little islands where different activities happen during different times of the day. So yeah, it's a really like a nice place to be, just to come out for an evening stroll. This is sort of a really good place to come and unwind for a weekend. There is a smallish gym out here as well, so people can exercise out here if they want to. So this is sort of like a nice little outdoor gym. There's a bigger one on the other side, but yeah, this is like a nice outdoor place for people to do a workout if they want to. We're now headed a bit more towards this like the center of the park. So all the like all like runners and joggers, they are more on the outside of the park, so they are the ones who are doing the laps, which makes the center of the park a lot more peaceful, which I like. So if you just want to like sit down and relax and unwind, the more inside of the park is the better place for you. And we do have people playing like sports like badminton. There's another group there that is playing the sports with the ball we were talking about earlier. So let's go check that out. It does seem like an interesting sport though. It's like making sure the ball doesn't touch the ground. It's sort of like a badminton, a shuttlecock is what they have, but it is fascinating. Damn, that was nice. It's pretty like fascinating the way they're playing this. I want to join, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this needs a lot of practice. I'm not sure if it's like a proper official sport or it's just something that people here have invented, but it seems like a lot of fun. So the idea behind the sport is very simple. Don't let the cork touch the floor, right? So they just keep kicking it, so you can only use your feet, you cannot use your hands. So you kick it and just make sure that it stays up. And then people have all these like fancy kicks that they do to keep it up, like the backwards kick and stuff like that you saw. So yeah, overall it's a really fun tool. Seems like a lot of fun in general. I'm going to go a bit more deeper inside the park, show you some more of the fun activities that are happening under there. As you can see, it is still pretty humid out here. I'm sweating a bit just by walking around. So yeah, there is a bit of humidity out here. That sport seems really popular. Here's another group playing the same kicking the thing sport. That definitely seems to be the popular sport of choice for people in this park. There are a few people playing this badminton as well. This is more just a similar principle. If there's no like a net, the idea is to just make sure that you keep the shuttlecock in air as long as possible. That's the sort of badminton that most people seem to be playing. But yeah, the kicking game is the game of choice for most people out here. Let's go a bit inwards. There seems to be some fun stuff happening there. You can bring your dogs to this park. There's like a nice little doggo which is playing around, having fun. So you have that. Let's see. Yeah, if there are people who live who want to ask me stuff about Vietnam, about Ho Chi Minh. I'm not really an expert, but stuff you'd like to know. Let me know. Just hit me in the comments. I can do my best to give you some tips and insights on how can you enjoy Ho Chi Minh, or how Ho Chi Minh is a place just for a nomad, like a worker. Because I've been doing a lot of that. I've been spending a lot of my time just like working out of here. So I am slowly embracing that like nomad, a lifestyle where I can bring my work with me anywhere I go. So to be honest, 80 to like 90% of my time here I've been working. It's only the weekends where I've been actually doing more of the touristy and sightseeing stuff. So a big chunk of my time here has just been working from Vietnam. And yeah, I think I am starting to sort of appreciate and see the like a side of the of like a work life where it is possible to work remotely. Of course, there are times I wish I had been back to do some of like the meetings and the discussions in person. So I think there is definitely a big component and a big like positive aspect of being in person and working in the same location. But there are also significantly big like positives of being able to work anywhere. So yeah, I am excited to see how this experiment plays out. But in my mind, I think a sweet spot is somewhere in between the two, where you are able to like work from anywhere you want, but at the same time, I think there are some aspects that would be good to be in the same place for, and it's good to have those moments as well where you can actually be in office and start doing work in the office. So a combination of that is what I'm trying to achieve. I'm also trying to build that kind of a culture within the company itself going forward. So yeah, that's a whole interesting aspect and a discussion. So yeah, if any of you would ever like to just have a chat about that, I would be happy to like bring you on a live stream and just sort of unfurl that, because the COVID situation has really accelerated that experiment of like 4 people. So I do want to understand what different people's experience with this remote working has been, and what do we think the future of our work is going to be, right? I think that is a very interesting discussion like, going forward, and I also want to understand how will that actually affect the lives of people, right? Like how will people start making their choices of where they live. For example, as of now, people live where they work, right? The biggest factor that goes into making the decision of which city will they live in is which city gives them the best opportunity to work. That is the driving factor. But if you take that out of the equation, if you start building a lifestyle where your location for work doesn't really matter anymore, it'll be interesting to see what kind of choices will people make to live. Will they still be back in the cities? Are there more like rural areas where you'll see a lot of people start putting to work out of? What kind of a combination will that be? I think for me that's a very interesting experiment, and I want to see how that would play out going forward. It is starting to get a little dark here as well. I am going to quickly go check up on my mom. She's in one of these working gym areas. I'm gonna go check up on her and see if she's doing okay before we take another tour through the park and explore some more sites. Oh, they just had the lights turned on. This is another one of the self, like one of the open gyms that people can do like a work out of. So you do see a lot of people making use of it. I am going to come back here in a bit, and as soon as I end this stream, I'm probably gonna come back here and do some exercises on the machines here. Let me just check up on my mom. Yeah, आपको एक चक्कर लगा क्या? आपको और करना है?
हो गया तुम्हारा और बाकी है?
तो मैं करूँगा थोड़ी देर और. ठीक है?
कितना बजे? साढ़े छः तक चलते हैं.
मैं आता हूँ एक और चक्कर लगा के. Alright. So that was my mom. She's doing fine. We're gonna go for another walk around the park. To share some more stories, have some more conversations before I call it quits on my streaming from Ho Chi Minh, but at the same time also call it quits on this live stream. It is kind of getting dark here as well, so yeah, it is nearing the time where I actually want to explore. There seems to be a path on the other side of this thing. Let us see if we can explore that side. I've never been to that side. So I've come to this park a couple of times before. I've always been on this side, but I always have seen there is another park just across the road, which doesn't seem as active, but I do see people there as well. So we'll just go and explore that part of it. Let's see what's the quickest way to get there. And for those of you who are wondering, I am carrying an umbrella with me because it does tend to just like a pour here all of a sudden, right? So that's been happening a lot, where right now it's pretty like calm weather, but with like a snap of finger, it just like pours like this, like heavy winds and heavy rain. So that happens here quite often and quite quickly. So that's the reason always have an umbrella. Of course, I live in the Netherlands, so I should have gotten used to like unannounced rains. But yeah, for some reason I've never found the need of going outside the house with an umbrella before, because I could always plan around when it's going to rain somewhat in the Netherlands. But here it's very hard to plan because the rains here are very unpredictable. So yeah, here I do feel the need to carry an umbrella with me always, which I don't feel the need for in the Netherlands. So that is a little funny how that psychology works. But yeah, because here I have experienced you just get stuck out, and the rain doesn't stop for like hours, right? Like it just sort of pours incredibly heavily. So it's not even that it starts then it gradually increases. No, just within a few seconds, the weather just turns on you almost instantly. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So that's the other park on the other side, which is, as you can already see, is much more, like a darker. You don't really see that many people up there, but I wanna check it out. The way to get there would be through this overpass, but I don't see anybody using the overpass. Everybody just crosses right here. So I'm also, I think, just going to cross right here instead of going all the way up and down. The traffic doesn't seem too bad for me to do that. So yeah, we're going to slightly jaywalk here. And yeah, now we are in the other park. So this is the park opposite to the park we were in, and this seems to just be like a walker's park because there's nothing else except these walking paths. There are no activities, there are no people. So I think for people who just want to run or just do a focused walk, I assuming this park is for them, which is nice for them if you just want to run and not have any distractions in place. But at the same time, it's not great for me because there's not a lot of activity happening. There are a bunch of people trying to take a selfie, so I'm going to sidestep them. So yeah, this is the other side of the park, and we'll take a quick walk around them. There seems to be some sort of a temple that side, which looks interesting. So maybe we go check that out. There's also a really cute, nice, like a cafe out here. So the people who are walking around want to get a drink. This is like a really nice small cafe that they could potentially go to. But we are headed that way because I do see a nice little temple in the park, which I want to see what's it all about. It seems to be a badminton tournament of sorts going out here. There are people playing badminton out here pretty intensely. It seems pretty intense. It is a bit surreal how like the environment around is a bit chaotic, but you still have people finding these small islands of a serenity to just unwind and do things on the weekend. But yeah, let's head this way and continue exploring. It is humid still. And it is getting darker, like we mentioned, but they do have nice lighting around the park, so nothing to be too afraid of. I am hoping, I'm assuming. Ho Chi Minh so far has been pretty safe. Haven't really experienced any shadiness. Of course, when you go to a touristy place, you always have people who are trying to scam something out of you, but that's everywhere. But yeah, nothing too awful has happened so far. This is what I was talking about, where there is a nice little shrine temple thingy out here. There is a very small pathway to it. I'm not sure if I can go near it, but maybe I'm just going to show it from here because I don't know what the rules are. Can I just go in with my footwear, or do I need to remove them? But yeah, it's like a nice small temple. I see a couple of incense sticks and some candles burning within it. Yeah, it's a nice little temple in the middle of pretty incredible park. This seems to be the more central location of this park. So this is where people come to unwind. I'm gonna go to the other end of this park, see what's happening there before taking a turn and going back. Oh, there seems to be another gym out there. This seems to be a lot more wider and having a lot more instruments as well. Yeah, this just seems like an extension of that park, so when I think the crowd in that park increases by a lot, people would start coming to this one. Or I think at least that's the hope. That's the gym area I was talking about. As you can see, people working out on there. Yeah, we seem to have come to the end of the park. This seems to be where the park ends, because you can see immediately on the other side there is the road and the traffic and the flashy lights and the shops and all of that. So this seems to be where the park ends. There's people sitting. Okay, so we're gonna head back. We're gonna go that way, and we're gonna take a different like route to go to the other side of the park, just to experience a different way. We're gonna go through the exercise place maybe, but yeah, we're now starting to head back to the more active park. This is the less active part of the two that are attached by an overpass. So here's where you can see more people exercising, making use of this public gym stuff, which have some of these like the self-powered equipment. Okay, how do I get back? I'm a little lost, but I think I can go if I make a cut through here. But I go through here. I am a little lost as to where I was. I think I need to head that way. Yeah, I got a little lost of to where I was supposed to be heading, but I do seem to be back on my way. I think I need to be going this way. Oh, there seems to be someone at the temple playing and lighting something. So yeah, I think I need to go that way, I think, or I can also go this way. Oh yeah, I can also go this way. So that's the overpass, and if I can find a way to get to the other park through this, should be fine. Getting really dark now, so yeah, should go find my mom first. She doesn't have a phone. She has a phone, but she doesn't have a local SIM, so she might be looking for me. So I'm gonna start heading there, and then I'll go. I'm still quite some ways off actually. This is not the entrance I came into. So this is what's interesting. So I do really like this cafe though. It's a really cool cafe. Maybe I will come back here when I go to my mom just to see what they have to drink because I can use a nice drink. But yeah, I like the setting in which this cafe is. Let me just quickly take a picture with my phone. Alright, and now we're back. Let's find a way to cross this. The traffic seems to have increased a bit. And yeah, that's right there where my mom is. So I'm gonna end my stream out here. And let me just cross this road safely. Actually, before I end my stream, I don't want to be talking and jaywalking. So yeah, I'm gonna end my stream here. Thanks everyone who joined in. Hope you got to see a bit of what it feels like walking around in a park in Ho Chi Minh City. Very active, a lot of interesting stuff happening. But I will be back in Bangalore next week. Actually, the next time you see me, I will be back in the Netherlands because I am heading back to the Netherlands this Saturday. So I'm only in Bangalore for a few days and then I'm heading back straight to the Netherlands. So yeah, the next time you see me will be back in the Netherlands. So until then, do take care of yourself. I'll keep you posted on what happens to my journey. You can follow me on Instagram on a lot more story-based updates. In the meanwhile, do take care of yourself. Until the next week, peace.